Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, it's 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗀𝗃, thank you for coming. And in today's video, this is something that I've been seeing happening in Africa, and a lot of us as Africans are really excited about it. Black people are excited about it, and so let's talk about it.
The US to pass law to monitor Russia's activities in Africa in order to punish African allies. The United States is seeking to pass a law to counter Russia in Africa by tracking its military operation, investments, oligarchs, and suspected illicit financial flows. This was partly because more than half of the African countries chose to be neutral on United Nations resolutions on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This signaled America's somewhat challenged influence on the continent. The US says it wants to hold to account African governments and their officials who are complicit in aiding Russia. On 27 April, the US Senate put the bill to a vote with 415 in favor and 9 against. It has not yet been signed into law. The bill, sponsored by Republican Gregory Weldon Meeks, who chairs the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, will require the State Department to send Congress every year a report on US measures to counter Russian machinations in Africa. Through the law, the US wants Congress to regularly assess the scale and scope of the Russian Federation's influence and activities in Africa that undermine United States objectives and interests, and determine how to address and counter such influence and activities effectively. Since 2014, Russia has been growing its soft spot influence in Africa by means of appeal and attraction in investment, bilateral agreements, and diplomatic ties. On 12 April, in the middle of the war in Ukraine, Russia scored a diplomatic victory when it signed a military cooperation agreement with Cameroon. Russia has numerous such deals in at least 20 African countries, whereby there is collaboration with regard to international defense and security policy, training troops, military education, medicine, and topography.
So as we all know, President Putin of Russia is in Africa, and African presidents or Africans are excited that another white man is coming to be the hero of Africa. So this is something that I really want us to talk about, and I want you to listen to this lady, and hopefully we can have an understanding of what is truly happening. Because to me, remember, every other white man that has ever come to Africa has always come to take to their countries, to their continents. They always come and take. But anyway, before I get into my own opinions, let's first listen to this lady and talk about it.
I don't give a that the people that he's unaliving looks like him. He is actually colonizing today in 2023, regardless if the people have the same skin color as him. He's trying to annex an entire country. And while doing so, he is sanctioning the unaliving of thousands of people. I don't give a if the people look like him. Y'all are easily manipulated. Putin is manipulating you and people like you because he knows there's a revolution happening around the world. So he wants to be like, hey guys, I'm for y'all. While he sits there and unalive thousands of people because he wants some land. Does that sound familiar to you? How are you going to switch from one colonizer to the next? Last time I checked, Putin is a white man. While he's over here doing the bull he's doing, you don't think he's going to turn that sword towards you? Why can't we stand on our own 2 feet? Why do we always have to look up to the white man? Make that shit make sense. You guys are weak-minded, and they know it. So they come to you and manipulate you to make you believe that they're the good guys. Look what he's doing to the LGBTQI+ over there. He's a good guy though, huh? You're fucking dumb if you think Putin is our friend. Black people need to stand on their own 2 damn feet. When I saw these videos of black people praising Russia for some reason, I decided to go ahead and research the racism that occurs in Russia. All you have to do is a quick Google search. Racism in Russia, stories of prejudice. There's even books that professors have written that examine racism. White militarism has flourished in Russia under President Vladimir Putin's rule, making it one of the most dangerous places in the world for racial violence. Russians gave bananas to black foreign students and called them monkeys in a video. Seriously? So we have all these black people excited for Putin entering black people's business because they have this mindset that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. No, he's not. He's still your enemy. The f is wrong with people? They can't even check the racism in Russia. He can't even check the racism that happens in his own country. So why the fuck do you think he cares about black people anywhere else? It is a strategic move, what he's doing, because he knows that Africans, black people are tired of the colonizers from England, America. But he doesn't care about us. The minute we no longer benefit him, he's gonna turn that sword right on Africa and then plunder like everybody else does. Instead of trying to find our own way, instead of trying to stand on our own feet, we gotta sit here and look for a white man to save the day. Since when do they save the day for black people? Why are we switching from one colonizer to the other? Because this colonizer doesn't like that colonizer, so we need to be friends with this colonizer and just wait patiently until he turns his colonization on us? Man, the way people are easily manipulated. If you have rampant racism in your country and you're not checking that shit, you're not helping black people, period. And look what's happening. A whole bunch of black people praising a dictator, a narcissist. The fuck? That's just my humble opinion.
As you've seen in the video, this is an African American woman, and clearly she's tired that people are tagging her in videos of Putin. And we all know Russia is coming into Africa and put out a statement where they want to kind of forgive the date that we Africans have with Russia. And you know, the misinformation is that some Africans think that Russia is going to pay for the dates that we have with the American people or with the United States, which is clearly not true. They said they will take out a date that we Africans have with Russia. And yeah, just to put it out so you don't get misinformation, right? We have other people that clearly are seeing Africa has something that we have always had that now they really want to have. And I don't know if that's a positive thing, but one thing I really want to really put out is what is wrong with us as Africans. I feel we as Africans eat a certain food that is not necessarily given to other people in the world. Like, our food comes from a special planet, poisoned, and we need to stop eating that food, me included, because there is no way in history we've seen it happen. Because Putin is a white man still, he is not a black person, he's not a colored person. And so when we as Africans are very excited to see him come to Africa, and it's like, oh, new Jesus is back to save the world. Because he clearly is coming like Jesus, like the way the white man gave us a book telling us that a white man died for us as Africans. Yeah, same concept. You know, you get what I'm saying. That's why we are leading. And for the longest time, if you are African, if you are a black person, we all know every person that comes to Africa only comes to take. The Dutch, the Romans, the Greeks, Italians, Arabs, Indians, China, Russia, Portuguese, French, a lot, and the list goes on. They all came, they all wanted to come conquer and take the resources, which of course is the only thing that they want from us. And it's funny because even when they come, they are actually more concerned of the animal reservations than the actual people that live in the countries they want to come and act like their saviors. And also the fact that we Africans are now excited. Yes, Putin, our man, we love you. Yes, we are no longer, we don't want America anymore. They are horrible people. But we also need to remember Putin started a war in Ukraine. And yeah, some people are going to come, oh, you don't know what you're talking about because the war in Ukraine is another story. Excuse me. It's white people getting killed by white people. It's a white man, which is Putin, attacking Ukraine, a country of white people like him. So to me, in logic, if a white man can attack white people that look like him, what makes you think he sees Africa in a different light? What makes you think when he comes to Africa, it will not be so easy for him to just press a button and things happen, go sideways, war happens? How easy it will be when Putin comes and lands in the hands of Africa? Because that is exactly what he's planning. He needs allies. Africa is just there as an ally to the Western people. Now, because the world is shifting, we are trying to know the real reality of what has been happening. And you know what is funny is because when these white people fight, let's say Russia and America, when they fight, oh, it's World War III happening. But today in Sudan, there's war happening and nobody's talking about it. Why isn't that world war? Why is it when Africans have problems or war, there is not a world war that is happening? It's only when white people or white nations, when they are in a disagreement, that's when we say, oh, World War III is going to happen. Excuse you. And that is the same man that you want to invite into Africa. Guys, we Africans need to understand that we can also do it on our own. We can build ourselves. Why can't we realize that we can do it on our own without involving white people? And it's okay to have allies. It's okay to have them to come and probably teach us some things that we need to know, because at the end of the day, they are ruling the world, meaning they won us in a war of governance. That's why they are ruling us. But why can't we learn from the mistakes that we did in the past? In 2023, we as Africans are participating, we are accepting, we are doing it in a willing way. We are not forced actually now to have these people come and colonize us again. Our leaders, our governments are accepting these white people to come and colonize us. China is coming, it's going to colonize us again. Russia is coming to colonize you, because let me tell you, there's nothing that we need from the Western people. Maybe knowledge, but we have everything that we need as Africa. We have the resources which they clearly want to come and have. We have gold, we have silver, we have vibranium, we have lithium, we have all these things, resources that they need in their countries to make their lives better. The only thing that Russia has is oil, nothing else. So when they come into Africa, they're going to take over the gold, they're going to take over the land, they're going to take over the resources that we have, in a sense of, oh, we are giving you military defense, military training. Military training for what? When the wars are actually caused by the same people that are coming to give us military training. Because Putin is a white man at the end of the day, who is attacking Ukraine, a country of white people like him. Make it make sense. We Africans never think we can ever do it without the help of the colonizers. We are willingly inviting them in to colonize us again, and it's okay, it's fine. Actually, we should stop complaining, because we are excited and we are very happy that a white man, another white man, is coming to colonize us again. Also, when it comes to China, when Corona happened, Africans were being discriminated to enter hotels and restaurants because Chinese people thought or saw Africans as the coronavirus itself. When you look into Russia and go on Google, as the lady said, you're going to see racism on Africans is huge in Russia. When you remember, when the war of Ukraine started, Africans were denied access to trains to get away from the war. Actually, they were told to get guns and start fighting, but the citizens of Ukraine were given access to planes and trains to go and get asylum in other European countries. Africans get guns, start fighting for Ukraine. I really don't know why we don't learn from these situations that we've been seeing for decades and decades of time. I'm also participating because, what can I say? I'm African, yes. So guys, tell me what you think. Do you really think Russia is coming to help Africa grow? A white man, another white man is coming to help Africa grow? Colored people like China, who are racist, are coming to Africa to help us grow? Even when they build the industries or fast structures that they put their own people from China, not us as Africans, but they are here to give us a foundation to grow. Is that what we are expecting as Africans, as Black people, that another white man is going to come and save us? That other colored people are going to come and save us Africans in our African countries? What? Actually, Africans or Africa, we should be ashamed of ourselves right now that we are still blaming other people coming and colonizing us again when we are actually allowing it to happen. And we are happy. Look on the internet. Go on the internet and see how Africans are happy of another colonizer from Russia coming to colonize us again and take over our continent and our resources, in a sense of, I'm helping you get rid of America or United States. They're bad people, but they're still white people that controlled us. And then another white man is coming, but he's going to be another Jesus. we are getting another Jesus in Africa to come and save us from the evils of the United States. So that was it for today, guys. Please comment in the comments and tell me what you really think about the situation. Do you really trust Russia and China and other nations that are from these people coming to save these people to develop? Yeah, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.